Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, Tammy, and with me, as always, are my beautiful co-hosts, Suze and Ash. Ladies, how are you today?
Suze is excellent.
Suze is excellent. You know this already.
I'm trepidatious.
The hell does that even mean?
What is that?
A little bit leery. I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. It's the election in the U.S.
Oh, God, that's right. That's right.
I'm trying to block it out.
Yeah, we shall see.
So normally we have Dave with us, but he is busy scurrying home to jump onto the episode. So we are just kind of waiting for him. But we do have our editor/producer joining us today, Hayden. Welcome,
Hey,
Hayden.
I'm superb.
Superb.
Yes.
Welcome, Hayden.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
So I just want to jump into exactly what we were talking about right before we started recording because my mind is kind of blown right now. Hayden, why don't you share with the audience what you shared with us?
I don't see it, by the way. I don't see it.
You don't see what?
I don't see what you said, but carry on. Go on.
I don't know. I heard it on a podcast.
Tell the audience.
Today. The Statue of Liberty is a man. Everyone. Statue of Liberty is a man. Gift from the France. It's a man. It's not a Lady Liberty.
Gift. It is a gift from the France. You are correct there. I do see a boob, though. I'm just saying.
No, it's like a strong peck.
It's like a what?
Like a strong peck.
It's a freaking boob, man.
Okay,
It's a
I gotta
boob.
look at this.
And
now.
look at all the fabric that Lady Liberty is wearing. Like, obviously, the boobs are not going to look very big.
Suze, I don't think that really matters today.
However, I will get behind the fact that maybe it is a man and they've been conditioning us this whole time.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't dig into it yet. I heard it on Rogan, but I saw the image and I was like, hey, hang on. She's looking a little manly.
Tammy, click the first image, the very top left one.
Which one?
The top left one.
This one?
Dude, I can't see where you're pointing.
Whoopsie.
The very first one. Very first one.
This one? Now can you see where I'm pointing?
No.
I cannot see where you're pointing, Tammy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was sharing my screen, and I guess I'm not.
This is why we need Dave.
No, you're sharing your screen. You're just not. You're just.
Are you opening the photo?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Oh
no, we don't see you opening the photo. No, we just see like the main.
Well, then
the main search.
This
Dave,
is why
where
we
the hell
employ
are
Dave.
you, Dave?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, we need Dave.
Nobody panic.
Panic.
I'm freaking out.
1 second. Here we go. Now, do we see it?
That's not the one, but yeah, sure.
There's no boob there. And look at that.
That's horrible. No, you gotta look at the other one.
Well, also look at that elbow and the what's the like the arm leading your forearm. That's a thick forearm.
Yeah.
And those hands on that book are pretty manly.
Stop it.
I mean, are you guys seeing these still?
Suze, what boobs are you seeing?
Well, it's in a different photo. It's not that one.
You're probably looking at like the only doctored photo.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Buddy's got some pretty veiny looking arms even.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Dude, I'm not seeing some boobs and we're getting pretty up close and here, look at, there's not a boob there.
There's not a freaking boob right there.
Not even tasteful side boob.
Oh my God. You guys need to look at
tasteful side boob. Good old Family Guy reference. How about this boob?
I see like a lot of fabric and no boobs.
Well, the picture I'm looking at has a boob.
Suze, would you like to share your screen?
I don't know how.
Well, okay, look at this one. Like, that's a dude. You know what that is? The Statue of Liberty is trans.
Oh my God.
Maybe the Statue of Liberty was just a very fit woman.
Hey, Tammy, what were they presenting at that World Fair?
Yeah, what were they presenting at that World Fair?
I don't know.
Dave, where the fuck are you?
Okay, well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I'm not as good as Dave. But, maybe they were programming us to accept transness.
Well, how long ago was that, though?
That one, I think the Statue of Liberty was early 1900. Like, it was one of the later World Fairs, I think.
Oh, that actually checks out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know here, actually, we don't have Dave, but I'll Google
July
it.
4th, 1884.
Oh, 1884. Wow. Okay, so definitely, yeah, but still later for World Fair.
Dave!
Woo!
Hello.
Dave
Welcome.
is here.
Welcome. I mean,
thank goodness. We just learned how hard it is to share a screen, and so we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so much more now than ever.
All about the double screen going on. You know what's the most annoying thing I can ask right now? Hey guys, what did I miss in the last 5 minutes? Can you repeat it all?
Are you ready?
You missed that the Statue of Liberty is a man.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
But I want you to
Mithros, the god Mithros or Mithras or some shit.
I am going to send Dave a picture specifically that I want him to share.
Fire away.
Suze doesn't agree with us. Suze thinks that the Statue of Liberty is boobs.
It does not have boobs.
Oh my God.
It's a trans from the past.
See? That's what I
said. Okay, wait. I'm going to send it to you, Dave. Hold on. Stay tuned.
So that's literally all you have missed.
Yeah. Did you catch Sam Tripoli talking about this to Joe Rogan recently?
That's why I brought it up.
That's why he brought it up.
I listened to the Tripoli episode today. Or Tripoli or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave, I sent it on Twitter. I sent it to you.
Yeah. 1 second.
Pull it up because I see a boob in that photo.
It's a lot of fabric.
Yeah, there's a lot of fabric, but there's
well, now I see them there. But I feel like that. Yeah.
What is it then?
Those are almost under the armpit. It's a cyst or a growth.
Stop it.
Medical technology wasn't the greatest back then, so it could be.
No, it's like obviously she's not wearing a bra, so the boob's just gonna go where it's gonna go.
No, I'm still going with that. Forearm is the size of an ankle, like a thick ankle, a cankle.
Probably has a euphoria boner under the gown.
100%.
Dave, we need you to check what was happening at that World Fair.
Yeah, what was the Statue of Liberty for? Because it was a gift, but what was it when they presented it?
Yes,
a trans
the reasoning for receiving it?
Yeah, there was a gift from France.
It was also just a statue made for the World Fair, no?
Do you think that's Macron's wife?
Does kind of look like her.
You mean him?
Him, yeah. So it was at the Paris World's Fair 1878.
Yeah, and it was just a head then, I think.
Yeah.
And when it was finished, it was gifted to the U.S.
Oh, so the boobs were made later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is an AI answer.
Okay. So hold on, making this bigger. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the United States, commemorating the alliance between the two nations during the American Revolution. Specifically, it was... Oh, now it just all went blurry on me. I don't know what's going on there.
What'd you do, Dave? Oh,
Specifically, it was proposed by French... Nope.
It doesn't want you reading this.
It keeps disappearing. What is happening?
It's being redacted.
They're listening. They're
unhighlight it. Unhighlight it. Yeah. It was proposed by French historian and abolitionist Edouard de Cheminade in 1865 as a monument to honor the United States centennial of independence and to recognize America as blah, blah, blah bullshit. I don't care. The gift is meant to symbolize the friendship between France and the United States, as well to encourage the French people to support the ideals of liberty and democracy. Well, that's a joke. Mm-hmm. The presentation tablet on the statue declares that it's a gift from the people of the Republic of France to honor the alliance of the two nations. Okay, still don't care. In 1884, the completed statue was formally presented to the U.S. ambassador in Paris, marking the culmination of a long and challenging process. The statue was then shipped to New York Harbor, where it was reassembled and has since become the most iconic symbol of American freedom and democracy. Okay, so nothing about the head being at the 18... What did I say? It was
1885, I think you said.
What else happened at this World Fair?
There's a lot of shit that went down at the World Fairs, let me tell you.
The only one I know about is the Chicago World Fair. The one that they burned down.
1878.
Oh, you said 1878? My bad.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, here's a question. When was the first World Fair?
It's a great question.
Because I don't... Oh, 1851.
Where?
So the World's Fair, also known as the Great Exhibition, took place in London in 1851.
Okay, so would that be like the No, wait. The Olympics were from ancient times, but like, did they have the Olympics as well as the World Fair, or did the sports thing take over after the World Fair stopped? Does anyone know? Or have the Olympics gone on, from the beginning to now?
Checking. The first Olympics were held in Athens, Greece from April 6th to 15th in 1896.
Oh.
The event was officially known as the Games of the Olympiad.
Huh.
So it started after the World Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was World Fair. Well, yeah, but there's World Fairs after that too. Like,
yeah, so there was World. They were called World's Fair. Oh. So there was World's Fairs all over the place. Like the one I was talking about last night was in Washington, Seattle. So I guess how many places have had World's Fair? So weird to say.
And what is it? Like, why did they? Why did they do them?
Since the mid 19th century, more than 100 World's Fairs have been held in more than 20 countries throughout the world. Generally speaking, these events are called World's Fairs in the United States, international or universal expositions in continental Europe and Asia, and exhibitions in Great Britain. More than 20 countries have hosted World's Fairs, also known as international expositions or exhibitions. The first major World's Fairs were held in Europe, including the Crystal Palace Exposition in London, 1851. That one is wild.
So why is that one wild? What happened?
Because of the architecture. Dave, can you pull up the Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace, heard.
So there's a lot of like very weird stuff about this. So they claim that these buildings were like temporary is I guess that's the only way to say it. They claim that these buildings were temporarily made for these fairs, and the fairs lasted 4 months. So they spent like, I don't even know how long, 4 or 5 years or something, creating these buildings that were allegedly made out of paper mache and different things.
Yeah.
And that they were just temporary.
Well, that one isn't.
No. And also, if you look back at the pictures, many of them had like crazy electricity running through them, like were lit up with thousands of lights, but it's just temporary.
Okay, so they kind of, the one about the Paris one, what was that, 1878? I'm just reading up on that. It kind of says the same things. Many of the buildings and statues were made of staff and a low-cost temporary building material invented in Paris in 1876, which consisted of jute fiber and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and so there's like a whole, as you know, a conspiracy behind this.
Isn't there something to do with copper? Like that there was like copper running throughout a bunch of the buildings in the World Fair? You're about to tell us.
Yeah, why'd you cut her off, man? Like, come on.
I don't know.
I don't know about the copper, but I can tell you that what people believe is that the buildings that were in these World's Fairs were actually part of a vast empire called Tartaria, and that it was suppressed from history. And what's crazy about this is that so many of the World's Fairs ended in fire.
Huh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So wait. So the buildings that they were showcasing were maybe allegedly older buildings that they burnt down after the
Yeah.
World Fair. Is that the allegation?
Correct. Like
And
the
why?
amount of these that have gone up in flames are actually so crazy.
And what is the theory as to the why?
That it was basically a great reset.
Oh.
And so one of the things too that's very interesting about this is so like everybody's heard of Nikola Tesla, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was
Elon's granddad, right?
yeah. So Dave, can you I see you've got some of them up right now. So can you show the pictures of the World's Fairs that you were showing me last night?
It's on this page.
So take a look at what Dave's going to show you, because again, this is going way, way, way back. But there seems to be, there seems to be some really interesting things that were like, there's photos up from the World's Fairs, and a lot of it seems to be like electricity, things that were running electricity, and it doesn't make sense for that time period. And
The things in the blue boxes right there.
yeah, so see they're almost like electrical towers.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And then you see more of them as they go through the pictures.
Like olden time 5G.
Yeah. And see, like they're all down the streets.
Wow.
And so, as you know, Hayden, I know you know quite a lot about Nikola Tesla. So if you want to maybe speak to kind of his whole thing and what he was doing, like with the free energy stuff.
Sure. So I don't know if you might know. I don't know if he ever participated in a World Fair to any degree. He might have like showcased things at one of them, but I don't know how involved he would have been. But essentially, Nikola Tesla was for the pursuit of free energy. And his big project that didn't see fruition was Wardenclyffe Tower. So he made this tower in New York that essentially was supposed to be a worldwide communication device that would be able to also provide the world with free energy by basically having wireless energy through the air. And then that project was funded by JP Morgan. But right? So
Sinker of the
signed on
Titanic.
for the
Mm-hmm.
So once signed on for the communications device, I guess not really knowing it was to be for free energy as well, the project was scrapped, and they tore down Wardenclyffe Tower and sold it for parts to pay off Nikola's debts because he no longer had any funding for it, but JP Morgan cut the funding for it. Because that essentially, the conspiracy there is that it would have essentially destroyed JP Morgan's businesses, where he had all like the copper mills and rubber mills, basically anything to do with like landline electricity was JP Morgan. That's how he was making money, right?
Yeah, I picked up that too.
So the project was scrapped, and then Nikola Tesla after that just became like kind of like a nobody.
And then just so everybody's aware, Nikola Tesla was at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, and he demonstrated his alternating current concept and neon fluorescent lighting. He illuminated the fairgrounds with 160,000 light bulbs powered by 12 new 1,000 horsepower AC generation units.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and another thing about Tesla too is like all the electricity. So Tesla is the father of alternating current. So before we had alternating current, we had direct current. And I don't remember like the exact differences. Essentially, it's kind of in the name, but direct current is a direct flow of energy, whereas alternating current is an alternating flow of energy. Once that was discovered, that essentially kickstarted why we have pretty well anything to do with electronics today.
And
Right.
specifically, it paved the way for the wireless world.
Yes.
And he was
Interesting.
all about free energy too, right? So this is why this is very significant.
So I immediately think about Alexander Graham Bell and how, I know there was some sort of controversy with who actually developed the technology that he did, but he kind of got the claim for it. And just knowing now that Canada has some of the highest rates in the world for cell phone data, and we're under Bell technology. Even the cell towers that like there are other companies out there that will borrow from their cell towers. But it's interesting to me that I have no idea whatsoever if this has anything to do with what you've just said, Hayden, but it makes me wonder, like, was he sort of like a friend of JP Morgan that got a contract and then, kind of usurped certain technology? And to this day, us Canadians are still penalized for our data bills, even though he was kind of supposed to be the forefather of the creation.
I think I figured it out. Okay,
Okay.
you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
See all these see all these tower thingies that we talked about before?
Yeah.
Okay. What if those are related to something called the ether? Nicholas Tesla's work on the ether, also known as a luminiferous ether, is a fascinating aspect of his research. According to Tesla, the ether was a fluid-like primary substance filling all of space, which played a crucial role in propagation of electromagnetic waves. So, like on other Tesla documentaries or like video thingies I've watched, he always spoke about how like we got to tap into the earth, and like what we need to give free energy to everybody is around us at all times. We just got to know how to tap into it, right? So he started doing experiments with this thing. And then what happened to the ether, you ask? Well, obviously, if you can't put a meter on the ether, you're just going to remove it from history. So the ether, a hypothetical substance, was once believed to be a medium for propagating electromagnetic radiation, was removed from scientific consideration and historical records.
Well, that's right.
Wow.
Jeez.
My husband was
Dave?
talking about this not long ago, I think.
Hello?
Do you know if that would have any sort of connection to what they found in the pyramids?
Probably.
So
I don't know. But
I was going to say that's a funny point that you bring up the pyramids, because there is a conspiracy that the pyramids were giant power generators.
Yes.
And that
Yeah.
Nikola
Yeah.
Tesla's, I guess, like idea for Wardenclyffe Tower and the wireless energy is inspired by the pyramids.
Well, that totally makes sense, because it's all about, if you think about vibrations and how if you kind of go with a certain vibration, it can really move, like very large things just by vibrating it, right? And so, I don't know, I've listened to a bunch of Joe Rogan podcasts where they talk about this, and that sounds like a very similar thing. And they've kind of wiped out that ideology too. So
Do you guys know what also debuted at the World's Fairs?
No shit. What?
no, but I want to know.
The first wireless telephone
Sick.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
really,
in
Obviously.
1904.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Correct. Yes, you heard that right.
Wow.
Yeah. We're being lied to.
and we had to use paper cups with strings.
I know.
Ash, what you said, somebody else has already thought of it too, based on this website, just quickly cruising through it. Ether, power generating plants, blah, blah. And before you know it, they get to the pyramids.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something there for
So-
sure.
Even
Well, and
for
then-
Tesla. Oh, sorry, Tammy.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, even for Tesla's idea there for Wardenclyffe Tower, it was about using the natural resonance of the earth to make energy, right?
Yeah.
So like creating a device that uses the vibrations of the earth right? So that's essentially what people think, like the pyramids. That's why the connection's drawn so clearly. And there's actual, from my understanding, again, like videos I've watched or things I've read, that the science behind it is real and on paper it works, but it's never been done.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know who seized Tesla's papers?
I do. I was just about to bring
Yeah,
that up.
we
We're having
talked
a
about
mind
this
meld
recently.
right now.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Donald Trump's uncle.
Stop it.
Duh.
John G. Trump.
Oh my God.
He was the one who went through all of the documents. He was responsible to report back on what was in them and if there was anything of like, national security importance. And he came back and said, no, there wasn't. Lies.
Wow.
Yeah. Didn't you guys know this?
Crazy.
No.
You told me this
Clearly
a
we
couple
did
weeks
not.
ago.
Yeah. I love when I get to take you guys into rabbit holes with me. It's so fun.
Yeah, that was a fun car ride.
You know what? Like, I'm just like, there's another Trump. Like,
Yeah. and well known at that, which is like so crazy.
huh.
God.
So anyways,
okay. So wait, who is this John G. Trump? Like, how?
Donald
how
Trump's
is-
uncle.
It's his
I know,
uncle.
but was he a part of the government or what? Like, who is he?
He was an American electrical engineer, inventor, and physicist.
Oh wow!
And he was a professor at MIT.
And he was a liar.
Oh.
Well, yeah, and he lied because we all know Nikola Tesla had some stuff in there.
Oh, for sure.
Hmm.
But
my
could he?
goodness.
So the conspiracy theory about this is that he found the technology and he lied and said that there was nothing there because to actually keep it from the government.
So,
And then
Tammy,
yep.
I know that you're reading about this Baron Trump, not Trump's son, but the elder. Does this have anything to do with what you're reading, or is that something completely different?
Okay, so this is really interesting because I was about to bring this up. So to give the audience an idea of why we're talking about this, I came across a book because one of my followers sent it to me and said, take a look at this. And the book is called, well, there's 3 books actually, but it's the Baron Trump collection. And the first one is Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog Bulgur. The second one is what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. The second one is Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. And the last one is called 1900 or The Last President. And so Baron Trump goes on these wild adventures, and somebody, Hayden, can you use your AI to do that thing that you did that time?
Oh, to summarize it?
Yeah.
What do you want me to summarize specifically?
Like just the correlation between, remember the modern day stuff that
right.
yeah. So basically, there is so many correlations between what's happening now and this book, and little Baron Trump tours around with his friend Don.
Huh. His friend Don, eh?
Yeah. And so just to give everybody an idea, these books were written. Hang on. I want to make sure I have this right. They were copyrighted in 1889.
So not much before he was born.
So how on earth were these books created back then? And there is some really, and I'll wait for Hayden to let us know once he has it, but there is some very, very strong correlations to what's happening now. So among the Q people, so I'm not a Q person. Nothing against anybody that's into it. It's just not my thing. But there is definitely some strange stuff with it. People believe that he's potentially like Donald Trump's uncle, maybe found some form of technology from Nikolai Tesla that had gave them the ability to time travel. And
weird.
yeah, like it's a very, very strange rabbit hole. I just bought the book because I wanted to read and understand the correlation that everybody's talking about. And I will tell you, it is very strange. And with that, Hayden, did you get the information?
Yeah, I just
Okay,
wasn't wanting to interrupt. So I got a few here. Just bear with me. Some of them are kind of but there's some interesting ones for sure. So the main one being Baron Trump is the character's name in the books, but is also the son of Donald Trump, or the youngest son of Donald Trump. The second correlation is the wealth and background. So in the books, Baron Trump's family is wealthy and well-connected, living in high society lifestyle with access to global adventures, right? Baron Trump's family motto in the book is "The pathway to glory is strewn with pitfalls and dangers." It's not a direct correlation, but people relate it to the, I guess, like tumultuous path that Trump has walked. Then there's mentors and guides. So in the novels, Baron Trump has a mentor named Don. You said it was a friend, Tammy, but here it says a mentor, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, mentor Don, who leads him in some of his adventures. So people have correlated this with Donald Trump being Baron Trump's father and guiding him in life. Then there's political figures and prophecies. So in Lockwood's later book, 1900, or The Last President, it describes a political upheaval in New York and the unexpected rise of a controversial president. I don't think I need to explain why there's a correlation there. Mm-hmm. And then for 5, it says time travel and futuristic themes. So Lockwood's stories incorporate elements of time travel and alternate realities, themes that have spurred theories connecting his work to a prediction of the Trump family. The idea of prediction has led to some far-reaching theories about Trump's connection to the metaphysical, but his comparison generally falls in the realm of myth rather than fact. And then the last one here, it says there's number 6 is satirical themes. So Lockwood's books were intended as satire with exaggerated characters and situations to comment on 19th century society and politics. The parallels, however, tend to be coincidental rather than intentional. It kind of just, how some AI just kind of drones on the same note. That one didn't really have much meat to it. But I think it's interesting, the mentor, and then the fact that the last book describes a political upheaval, I think is pretty interesting given, the current state of the world and what might happen tomorrow.
Huh. This is very apropos.
Right? And then, so there's another weird thing. So if you go to IngersollLockwood.com.
Oh, I have it up too, still.
Oh, do you?
Like I haven't, I still have it in my notes app. Honestly, I've been meaning to delete it because it kind of scares me.
So, okay, I'm going to try to share my screen.
Put it up right now.
You guys, this is freaky. This is
you have it
really
up, Dave?
weird shit.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, it's telling me to verify I'm human. I'm not, but there you go.
Okay. So go to, we're on the homepage. Okay. So highlight the, yep. Now go all the way down.
I'm going to apply for a job first.
Dave, you'll do great.
Yeah.
So highlight all the way down. Yep. And then copy it. And you need to put it into like Word or something.
Oh God, what is going to happen?
It's crazy.
Oh my God. I'm scared. Okay.
Like I've got it open here on my phone because I still have it and I'm reading through it and I'm like, I can't believe this is a thing. I want to delete it.
What the hell?
What is it, Dave?
Hold on. Share. This?
No, that's still your highlighted web browser.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
What the fuck, Dave?
Okay, when's the last time I shared a document? Window, entire screen. Let's go with entire screen. And then I'm going to bring this bitch. Oh, no, it didn't copy and paste properly for me. It literally just did this.
Make it big.
Yeah, make it big. No,
This
big
part
heart.
here?
No, there should be. Oh, is it? Tell me it's not gone.
If it's I have it here still, like the whole thing, Tammy, on my phone. I just don't know how I could share it.
Okay, can you do you have it saved, screenshotted?
Yeah, like I have the thing. What happens here? Let me see. Here, Dave, just hang on a sec. I might.
Yeah.
This is really crazy, and it freaked me out.
Watching the
US
into a Google Doc and my computer's gonna fucking blow up.
Does that have something to do with U.S. government agencies and their contractors may reach out to us at any time? No.
Yeah, Tammy, it's not working.
It's gone. It's gone.
So,
Okay,
but I
so
have it.
No way.
Okay, but you have it saved already.
Yeah, 'cause I saved it into a notes app. They can't take my notes app away.
yeah. So this is weird.
I've seen it. That's crazy.
Okay, can you screenshot it and send it to Dave?
No, but I can
Why?
probably still copy and paste it and send it to Dave because it's long. Like it's a whole thing.
Okay. Well,
But you know what is still there is the
You want me to
last
read it?
page. No, remember the last page?
What last page? I'm forgetting.
Where
The last page.
Thanks, Dave.
there's a reading thing. Okay, so here I'm going to share my screen so that everybody can see this. Give
Yeah,
me
I
a
forgot
second
about
here.
that part.
If you go to their reading room, so you can see it says "Welcome to the Reading Library," right?
Mhm.
And then look at their materials. Of course, they have the Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, like Ingersoll Lockwood wrote those books, right?
Mhm.
And then it has homework, Enoch. So when you click on this, the entire book of Enoch comes up, which if you
Damn.
don't know about the book of Enoch, you need to do your own research there because whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But then watch this. So you can see like that's it, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, watch this. So somebody's gone in and put in
Wake up,
extra
Neil.
stuff. Yep. Wake up, Neil. And so if you read through this, First Step Act enacted criminal justice reform to reduce recidivism and improve prison conditions. The Right to Try Act allowed terminally ill patients to access experimental treatments. Anyways, it goes through all of these agreements. And I think, and I could be wrong because, I don't know enough about the whole Q thing, but I think this is all stuff that Trump did while he was in office. Improved healthcare access for veterans, combating human trafficking, signed multiple orders and legislation to protect victims. I know that's true. And then this all disappears.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my end too.
Oh shit.
And then the other one that is weird is so these links that you'll see. So these highlighted words. I don't think this is one.
I just figured that out. I was reading through this one. I see some weird stuff in here where they highlighted certain words.
Yeah. So where you see
Or
certain
letters.
words highlighted or letters highlighted, if you click on them, it'll take you like to weird things. So I don't know if this is
Okay.
one of them, but we'll just try. I'm just doing
But
this.
I still want to know what it said when you did the whole copy and paste it into Word.
Okay. Well, that's the weirdest part. So does Dave have that yet?
No, because I don't know how I can send it to him.
I thought you
think
said you
that
were going
was
to copy
in your
and paste
tweet.
it to him.
Oh, I did do a tweet about it. You're right, Ash.
Send it to me in messages on Twitter.
I can do that?
Okay.
Hang on. I'll try to. It's really
Hayden.
weird. I was just reading through the whole thing. It's so
Such
freaky.
a Twitter newbie.
I'm just not good at it, okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna send you the tweet.
Yep.
There you go. Sent.
You put the whole thing in your tweet?
Yeah, because I was like, this is wild. So this used to be on the very first page of that website, and now it's gone.
That's what I have. Yeah.
So
Same
if
thing.
you look, you see like the first few words, and then all of a sudden down in the italics, you see Neo, wake up. Then it goes down, says more stuff about the website. Then again in italics, wake up, Neo, follow the white rabbit, last chance, report pet eaters.
Are you
Report
fucking
pet
kidding
eaters.
me?
That's interesting.
Eating the dogs, eating the cats.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah. How crazy is this?
Yeah.
I
Also,
mean, that's hilarious. You can totally see my whiteboard that says Picton. It's where I connect all my dots. Anyways,
so
moving
Tammy,
along.
when I was looking at this on my notes app, some of the letters that are highlighted, they spell out words. So I don't
Yeah.
know if you have highlighted letters there, but where it says under frequent attack, the letters RFK are highlighted. And then at the bottom, it says it's a whole long sentence, but the letters MAGA are also highlighted.
what?
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's RFK, MAGA. There's one that just says right. And then where was the other? There's one that says, actually, I don't know what this means. Does this mean anything to you guys? What's FCA?
FCA.
Yeah,
Dave?
unless I'm missing a word there somewhere.
Let me
But that's
check.
the only other one that might spell out something that I don't know.
You need to share this notes
FCA.
app. I need to see this.
Is it called Obsidian by any chance?
What's
Sorry,
Obsidian?
the notes app.
No, this is like my iPhone notes app. Like
Oh,
the
never
notes
mind.
app, the
Financial Conduct Authority. That's the first FCA.
Where are you seeing the highlighted ones?
on my notes app. I don't think this is the only place I ever pasted it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
and you don't
mine
have the
didn't show
option.
that.
You can't share like an
Not
email.
here.
Like a
Maybe I
notes
could.
app?
You know what? Here, I'll just take screenshots. What am I doing? Come on, guys.
Yeah, like come on, man. Come
And then
on.
send her this way.
Yeah,
Come
why didn't I
on.
But
think that in the
when we're through with this one, I got a 1 minute
And Tammy, you
weird book thing.
you didn't talk about the Bible verse at the beginning too, eh? Remember that? That was weird. Matthew 18:6 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
hang
I'll
on.
send it all in now because all of it's highlighted on my phone. I don't know why, but I'm
Yeah,
sending it to the
so
group chat for you guys.
There was a Bible verse that showed up too when you highlighted all of this stuff, and it was Matthew
Here, I just sent it to the chat.
18:6. And this is crazy. So the Bible verse that it hid into this is Matthew 18:6. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea.
Wow.
Eerie.
So this is all hidden within this website.
Yeah, Dave, look at the other pictures I sent. And you'll see like the highlighted words I was talking about. See how mine highlight yellow?
Oh, wow. Oh,
So you
what?
see RFK,
Come
and then there's
on.
MAGA, and then but only the bolded highlights spell out words. The non-bolded highlights are just links from the website.
Oh, wow.
Very
Oh
weird.
yeah, MAGA. Right.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Wake up, Neil. Follow the white rabbit. Last chance. Report pet eaters. So weird.
The whole thing's very strange.
Anyways, so that's the Ingersoll Lockwood website for anybody that is listening and wants to see for themselves. Unfortunately, it looks like they've removed the stuff from the first page, but the whole thing is very bizarre. I go back frequently to like see if there's more stuff.
There might be more tomorrow.
Yeah, like apparently it happens all the time, according to the person that told me about it. So, super strange.
Do you think it's just maybe some like dude who's just like, I got him, like who's just making it up? Or do you think there's actually some merit to it?
I don't know. I feel torn on it because so I've looked into a few of the things for the Q conspiracy things, and there's definitely some strange posts that have come true, but I don't know if it's at this point, like, I don't know if it's just a psyop. I don't trust anything anymore. So I'm like, no, I'm just taking this with a grain of salt. And everybody's always telling me like, no, you have to like, believe it. It's the white hats or whatever they say. And I'm like, no, I don't really trust anybody. So I don't know what to think about it.
I just know that I want them to be right.
Also me.
Right?
Okay, but what do you
just
mean
be
right?
right, please.
What do you mean right though? What do you mean you want them to be right?
So
like explain that because
basically-
that sounds weird to me.
the Q whole thing is that right now we are in disclosure, and what they mean by that is that Donald Trump is in control and has always been in control.
Okay.
Right.
And he came into office and signed all of these executive orders. And there's a video. What was it called, Hayden? The Greatest Show on Earth. The Greatest Show on Earth.
Yes.
So it's
We
a
watched that in the car, I
documentary,
think.
and it basically explains the entire Q thing. And I will say there's some stuff in there that's pretty compelling. I'm not convinced because that's just the way that I am. But their whole thing behind it is that Donald Trump has been in control since he was first president, and that we're in the era of disclosure, which means that all the bad stuff that's been happening, all these people have already been arrested, and we're just seeing a bunch of actors. And the reason that we're seeing it this way is because the military's in control in combination with Donald Trump, and it would be too much for people to take to just have the truth laid out. So it's being done in this way instead.
Okay, but wait, isn't that an authoritarian just taking over?
Yep.
Yeah,
the good authoritarian, duh.
But see, that's
So-
where I'm kind of lost a bit, because I don't know if it would put me on the right side to be behind any of it.
right.
You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
whole thing when you're saying I want them to be right or they've got the right or whatever. Like, and again, I know we're just chatting here, right? And just like live rabbit holing. But the whole thing, like even the idea of like the Q theory and all that leaves me incredibly uneasy.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is very strange. I will say that, you know, there's definitely some compelling evidence and arguments to be made with it, but I'm not there. Like I'll rabbit hole with the best of them. You guys have seen it in real time, but I don't think that that's where all of the rabbit holes lead, I guess. So they're rabbit holes that they'll get you into. They're legit. Like I've gone into many of them and I'm like, whoa, this is wild. But I don't think that it all leads back to Donald Trump. Now, the Baron Trump collection, this book, has me a little bit more kind of like, okay, well, yeah, this is weird. But I'm still not there. I don't know what to think about it. What do you guys think?
Can I ask you a question? When you guys were looking at this homepage on this site the first time, did it say then about the site status operational currently under frequent attack? It said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the stuff was there. It's only like what I screenshotted specifically what was different, but the website is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole website is strange.
Well,
Anyways.
I mean, I'm too skeptical now after being a recovering liberal. So, like, to me, I'm like, oh, this sounds very psyop-y.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like something that you want to be relatively true because, you know, it sounds like the good guys, but at the same time, it sounds very psyop-y and a little bit too, I don't know.
It's a distraction.
I don't know what to say about it. I'll just say that.
It's what the enemy would want. It essentially is saying, hey, you don't have to do anything. Just sit back. It's already
Yeah.
under control.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes me uneasy is
You
that
guys just lay back. You don't have to do anything. Continue with your 9 to 5. It's all good,
Yeah,
man.
don't
White
fight
Hats are
for
coming.
anything. We got this.
Just
Yeah,
trust
we got
us.
this.
I just looked up this executive order 13818, and he signed it in 2017 or something. And the purpose of it was blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse and corruption. And according to Team Q, this was just like a giant setup. And this would declare a national emergency. And this is just a giant setup for like the pedos and the child sacrificers and whatnot, and even the COVID scammers and crimes against humanity. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little. You really got to believe to.
Yeah.
But I have
You
a
know?
question, and it might sound really stupid and naive, but I am very stupid and naive, so I'm going to ask it anyway. If I like sitting president, right? Can you just like pass laws without having like an overall like vote? Like obviously you're not going to get like the vote from everybody in the country on things, but is there a lot of things that as a president he could just be like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that? So like
executive
these laws
orders
you're looking at and these executive orders, how much, it just makes me think how much, if he's still in control or like has been in control the whole time, how many things has he just given the green light to that you don't even know about as a citizen? Because he's signing it on your behalf, right? As a president or as a leader. But is that stupid to ask, or am I wrong somewhere in there?
I wanted to say, what a retard, because of our earlier question.
That's fine. Totally didn't cut deep. Whatever.
But I did. I did. That's for you, Steve.
I say that word at work now, but I pronounce it en retard. And then if anybody says anything, I just say I'm late in French.
It's French. Yeah.
Okay, but in all seriousness,
No, I think
though,
that's a great question, Hayden.
Thank you,
and
Ash.
and that's what I have. That's the same question I have, although I'm also considered retarded. So
it's okay. We can be retarded together.
Oh my God.
We're getting banned. This is getting banned from YouTube for sure.
We're just
100%.
joking, YouTube.
Yeah, just kidding. Don't say retard.
But all I'm
why
trying
don't we
to say,
just
I
shit
think,
on
is,
Trump for a bit, and then they'll totally we'll get bumped up in the ratings.
So as far as like, can you just create laws and like without asking anybody as being a president, you can sign executive orders?
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
The
Is how much
bypass
can
voting,
go
like
over people's heads, really?
Mm-hmm.
I can just for example, Obama on day one signed 1 executive order. Biden signed 17.
That should make everybody nervous.
Is there no cap or limit? Like what consists of an executive order? Like there has to be some grounds for it. No.
I don't know, but everybody should be worried if Biden was in there signing 17 of them. You know, he's not controlling anything.
Like,
Somebody else is
shutting-
like making shit up for him to sign.
He probably didn't even know what he
for
was
sure.
signing.
That's like Weekend at Bernie's. They just
Yeah.
moving his hand.
If you remember Keystone, that Keystone pipeline was a day one executive order for Biden.
I remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, moving on. I also wanted to talk about selling babies.
No,
Oh.
we're only getting to it at the hour.
Again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought we could talk about selling babies from Cabbage Patches for a little bit.
Wait, like Cabbage Patch Kids?
yeah.
Why you gotta ruin my
the
childhood?
dolls?
Like why?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget. Hayden doesn't ever look at Twitter, so he doesn't even know about this yet.
Well,
He
okay.
has no fucking
hey,
clue what you're
hey,
talking about.
Hey, I'm trying to get better.
No, you're not.
Yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not.
I've
No, you're
answered
not.
things. I hopped in the. You know what I did? I hopped in the group chat tonight. I said something.
Yeah, but
That's
you came
crazy.
here and you were like, "Where the fuck is the link for the episode?"
No,
For
but I'm
this
trying to
one?
get better. But I saw Tammy sent in a bunch of stuff last night, and it was late, and I didn't want to read it. So now I think I'm going to find out.
For this one, can you just send me
Oh
what you
my
want put up?
God.
Because I have a feeling me searching this stuff will result like with a knock on my door if I write selling babies into any browser.
Yeah, I sent you a couple of
my
them
God.
last night, like that
Yeah,
web
I got
page that I
those.
sent you.
Got it.
Okay, so I want everybody to know how this started for me, because if I have to rabbit hole, then so do you guys.
All right.
So, how this started was, oh no, wait, Dave. The Great Fires first.
Okay.
Okay. So how this started was maybe like a year ago, probably now, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Dave and I rabbit holed into Great Fires. And
Okay.
so I did a tweet last night that said, Google the Great Fire of, and then insert city here, and your mind will be blown. So almost every major city across the entire globe, the globe,
Mm-hmm.
was destroyed by fire between 1880 and 1920.
Look at that.
What you're looking at right now is just a list that I compiled last night while Dave and I were chatting back and forth of
What
the
the
great
heck?
fires that hit Canada in these times.
Just Canada.
Uh-huh.
That's
And there's some,
wild.
like, please note, there's some I did not include here. Like, this is not even close to all of them. This was just like the major ones as I was furiously Googling and chatting with Dave.
For anyone that's just listening, do you want to read them out?
Yes. So these fires are the Great Fire of 1845, London, Ontario. The Great Fire of Hull,
Wait.
Ottawa, 1900.
Wait,
What?
your original timeline, you said 1880 to 1920.
Yeah, this is all the fires that I'm listing right now. But
No, I know, but 1845 came before 1880.
No, I'm aware. What I was saying there was the bulk of the Great Fires happened in that timeline.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, carry on.
So the Great Fire of Toronto, 1904, the Great Vancouver Fire, 1886, the Great Fire of Calgary, 1886, the Great Fire of Edmonton, 1919, the Great Fire of Halifax, 1859, the Great Fire of Montreal, 1852, the Great Fire of Niagara, 1812, the Great Fire of 1919, Saskatoon, the Great Fire of 1892, St. John's, the Great Fire of 1904, Winnipeg, the Belleville Fire, 1884, the Great Fredericton Fire, 1850, the Great Windsor Fire, 1871. These were just in Canada alone, and that doesn't even begin to touch the rest of the world.
Wow.
Okay. So, you know how they keep saying symbolism will be their downfall? Like the evil people out there, they sure love to talk and show what they're doing. Why the hell would they name them all the Great Fire of, except for Belleville? It's so easy to search.
It's true.
Hilarious.
So, and then I think Dave's bringing up more fires that took place. So
Just the U.S.
yeah, when we went into this like a year ago, we actually found like Dave, wasn't it a wiki?
Yeah. Someone has definitely made this a thing.
So there was an actual Wikipedia that was every single Great Fire across the world. The list would blow your mind. And they all the bulk of them took place in that timeline that I gave, but some of them were before and some of them were after, but not by much.
Wow.
So you can actually look up the Great World Fires, and there is its list of fires on Wikipedia. There it is.
Jeez.
In the 1800s.
Wow.
Sure has been a lot of fires.
And so, were you saying that a lot of the world's fairs ended in a fire?
Yeah.
Many of them, yes.
The
Where
Chicago one
where-
most
or
notable.
all.
Yeah, the Chicago one is the most notable for sure.
They burned like everything down.
So,
Wow.
is there, like, what would the tinfoil theory be on this?
The tinfoil theory is that this was a reset and they actually destroyed history and specifically the Empire of Tartaria.
And what is the Empire of Tartaria?
Tartaria is allegedly, hang on, I want to make sure that I've got this right. It's basically like a lost civilization.
Atlantis, but like before, or no, more recently.
Would they have studied Gnosticism by any chance?
I don't know, but what it
Probably.
says is Tartary or Tartaria is a historical name for Central Asia and Siberia. Conspiracy theories assert that Tartary or the Tartarian Empire was a lost civilization with advanced technology and culture.
Whoa.
So, okay, so have you ever noticed, because Hayden and I had this conversation one day while we were
I
driving.
rabbit holed hard like a year ago. Like I had to. Was that the same day where I'm like, I need to get out of this car?
He had an existential,
Yeah.
a real-time
It was bad.
existential crisis. It was really awesome. So we were driving and I was like, have you ever noticed there's no history here? Like there's nothing. So you look at like places like Rome and, you know, like, I don't know, other fancy places in Europe. And they have all of these old historical buildings and ruins and all these things. What do Canada and the US have? We have jack shit. Seriously. Well, we've also had all of the fires.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All of our shit's been burnt down. Seriously, the only thing that we know about is teepees. I'm not being a
Well,
racist. I'm just saying.
That's very interesting because now you hear like how we have like the acknowledgement, the land acknowledgement at the beginning, and it seems to me like there's a bit of communist creep coming in with land acknowledgements and the idea of giving back the land, those types of things where I'm very new to this whole concept, so I'm just saying what I'm seeing. But like, it's very interesting if there happen to be other civilizations here, but our government, especially Trudeau, is very DEI centric when it comes to things like the land acknowledgements and the treaties that are the Robinson Treaty that's being paid out and whatnot. And so, I mean, are they just pawns now as well?
I don't know, but it just occurred to me one day, like, we don't have any history here. We don't have ruins. We don't have things. Like, there's nothing cool to go and look at here. Nobody's like, oh, I want to go to Canada to see, this. Everybody wants to come see. I was just going to say that. Everybody wants to come and see Niagara Falls. It's the most interesting shit we have.
That's true.
So I'm like, well, where did it all go? And then we started rabbit holing into these fires and Tartaria and all of this stuff. Now, I don't know if Tartaria is actually a thing, but isn't it interesting that these places all had these like incredible architectural pieces with what seems to be electricity based on the stuff that Dave was showing us. And they all went up in flames. And you're trying to convince people that this stuff is temporary. The Crystal Palace is temporary. What? And then here's the even crazier part. Hayden, what's the part of the World Fair that's still standing? What World Fair was that?
For Chicago. It's for Chicago because that's the one I got really into. I was actually just looking up some of the buildings, one of the ones I wanted to talk about. But Chicago Fair.
So one of these places actually has buildings that are still standing, but they were meant to be temporary though, weren't they?
Yeah. So it's I have the picture here. But
Can you send it to Dave?
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole point. So my aunt has talked about this before. She's a listener of the podcast. And hi, Auntie Joe. And like she's talked about the, like a lot of these buildings had copper in them. So why would you put something expensive like copper throughout these buildings if they were just temporary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally watch the thing of like copper being a thing for electricity that we don't use in the way that we should.
Mm-hmm.
And FYI, the Eiffel Tower was one of these things.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So there's all these things that were supposed to be like...
Okay. Question. How does this then segue into selling babies?
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked.
Not that I really want to know, but
Okay.
Wait, can I tell a horrible joke first?
Obviously.
I just made it up. Why did they introduce fluoride into the water?
Oh God.
To get rid of Tartaria.
Tartaria.
I mean, you're probably not
and the
wrong,
pirates
though.
that live there.
Oh shit.
Sorry, everybody.
I'm sending you the photo to the group chat now.
The two main structures that are still standing are the Palace of Fine Arts and the World's Congress Auxiliary Building. And that was from the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893. So yeah, very temporary.
That looks so temporary. So temporary.
Super temporary.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
But why-
Magic Fountain of Montjuic, built for the 1929 Barcelona Expo. It's now a museum and cultural center. Just temporary, though.
Okay,
mobile-
and then like the Montreal Expo, does that have something to do with it too, or is that something completely different?
Like, did Montreal have a World's Fair?
Yeah,
Um,
or was that for something else?
Montreal's World's Fair was also known as Expo 67.
Yeah.
So that one was in 1967. That wasn't as long ago. But also, does anybody remember hearing about these worlds? Hang on. Well, we weren't around in 1967. Please hold.
But I mean, we were talking about the Expo Stadium like a bunch of episodes ago, and how that was a means for potentially child trafficking and whatnot because of the tunnels.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys at all remember ever hearing about a World's Fair?
Nope.
And
No.
I'm not
Nope.
talking about like well, no, I kind of am talking about. What I mean is, have you ever heard of them other than the ones in 1867?
No.
Okay,
Deleted history.
so then there was one in 2023, 2017, 2015, 2012, 2010, 2005.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
The next World's Fair will be Expo 2025, which will take place in Osaka, Japan.
I kind of want to go.
From
We
April
should go.
13th to October 13th. These things
Guys,
are like
we're
4
not
or 5
coming-
months long.
We're not coming back if we go away.
No, we're not.
Come on.
But what if we could time travel and save the world?
The BIE, or the Bureau International des Expositions, is the sanctioning body for World's Fairs. I literally have never heard of a recent World's Fair ever.
So where was the 2023 one last year?
2023 was Qatar. Is that a place?
Qatar.
Is that right? Doha,
Yeah.
Qatar.
Sorry.
That's the Middle East, yeah.
2017 was Kazakhstan.
So wait. So the last one before 2023 was 2017?
Mm-hmm.
So such a huge gap, but now they had one in 2023 and now they're having another one next year.
And then they had one in 2015 in Milan, Italy. One in 2012, South Korea. One in 2010, China. And one in 2005, Japan.
Okay, so Dave, are they
Hi.
connected to Skull and Bones?
No.
Oh God. You just say no just so quickly? No? What do you mean no?
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
I will say Kazakhstan has a human
I'm
trafficking problem, though.
I'm sick of everything being connected to them. So that has to be something where there's nothing, you know? So no, it's not.
Now, here's something interesting. There hasn't been a World's Fair in North America since 1986. Well, yeah, because they don't need to, because they already burn all the shit down.
Huh.
Okay, was there
Are
a
there recent
fire
Yeah.
in the 2023 one, the
Susan, I just had a
2017
brain
one?
meld.
Oh, look at that, Hayden.
And the last World's Fair in North America was in 1986 in Vancouver.
And there was a fire.
I don't know.
Dave?
World's Fair.
When was the Vancouver fire?
Yeah, when was the Vancouver fire?
Hang on, May 2nd to October 13th. Like, I literally never heard of these things.
Why is it worlds? Why
I don't
is there
know.
plural? Like,
You
I'd
think
want to
they'd
burn
hold
shit
it-
down too if I had to say World's Fair all the time.
It's really hard. It's been really hard this whole episode.
The years we don't have one here, they have them on other planets.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we? No, I don't want to go to those planets either.
You think they'd hold it like the same regard as the Olympics or something, right? Like it'd be all over TV, all the cool stuff.
Yeah, no.
Like they build these humongous structures and sculptures and they show off new tech and
On a side note, Tammy, get this off my screen.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about it already.
Okay. Selling babies.
Oh my God.
So I got into this. What led me to this was all these fires and everything. And so as I'm looking into the fires, somebody messages me and says, have you ever heard of orphan trains? And I'm like, oh, cool. What's an orphan train? Not cool. Not cool at all.
Nope.
So that led me to, I was today years old when I learned that the World's Fairs had incubator baby exhibits. They would put up signs at the entrances that said living babies, and people got to pay $1 to go and look at premature babies in showcases.
Oh my God.
That led me to, and I'm coming back to orphan trains, so stay with me, everybody.
Hey, look, babies in cages, just like Obama.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So
I'm very disturbed.
these, what you're seeing here is Bebe Avandra, which means babies for sale. And so how this started is at the World's Fairs from 1900 to 1920, the French created postcards to advertise babies for sale at the World's Fairs. Many of the cards showed babies being born from cabbages. The French even made a film called La Fille au Chou, which was premiered at one of the World's Fairs. Chou means cabbage in French, which is how the Cabbage Patch Kids were born. The postcards to advertise the babies for sale were distributed all over the world. So these trains, the orphan trains, they actually stole over 200,000 children, immigrant children, and sent them on trains to other places, to people. And chou, right? I explained what chou means. So it gives a whole new meaning to choo-choo trains.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Wow.
You're welcome.
No,
No,
you're welcome.
no,
Nobody's
no, you're
thanking
welcome.
you on
Yeah.
this information.
I'm not
Sorry.
sleeping tonight.
It's
I live in a
extremely
city with a
disturbing.
lot of trains.
What if this baby had a really progressive parents and decided to name the baby Avandre?
Babies for sale. Well, that would be fine if there was not a few more pictures if you want to go to the other ones.
I don't want
No,
to, but okay.
we don't want to.
Please do it.
Oh my God.
That so there's
I
the
don't
Cabbage
like it.
Patch Kids. Where are the other ones? These ones. Nope, the other ones. So these are real babies. Pictures of babies strung up. Fia Vandra, baby girl for sale, baby boy for sale.
Which is so nuts when you think about Cabbage Patch Kids and you get, I mean, I had 2 or 3 and I got the little cards with their name and I got to adopt them and here you go. They just normalize frickin' cabbage babies.
I guess I should thank my brother so many years later. I had one Cabbage Patch doll when I was a child. And he decided to take it to school one day and throw it on the roof. So
He
that
did you a
Cabbage
favor.
Patch doll was gone and I was never given a new one.
Wow.
I wonder if he knew something.
So wait, what's the origin of the Cabbage Patch baby toy? Does that play into this at all?
Were you not listening?
Yeah, I
No,
just said
I
it.
get
I think that
No, I just mean the company, like the people, like all that.
they probably
So-
normalized it.
What was your question?
Like so,
Hayden?
whatever, babies who are born, Cabbage Patch babies, like for the World Fair, and they're sold for whatever. There's the company for the Cabbage Patch babies that when you guys were growing up were a really hot toy.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that company come from? Who made the toy, selling it probably based off of the babies at this World Fair?
Well, there's a whole thing with that too about who actually created it and whatever. There was like a big argument and lawsuits between people and whatever, and I didn't get much into it. But the Cabbage Patch, the Cabbage Patch thing originated at these World's Fairs because a woman actually made a movie and premiered it at the World's Fairs. Hang on. I'll give you her name. La Fille au Chou. So the film was 1 minute and it was a woman that was like galloping through cabbage patches and it's really disturbing. Hang on. I'm going to see.
You've seen this video?
I have. Give me 1 second here because I'm going to send it to Dave. It's actually called The Cabbage Fairy, and it was created by Alice Guy. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, because when you look up Cabbage Patch Kids, like it says that it was
Is it a minute and 47 seconds?
were first produced in 1982. That's obviously inaccurate.
I have one on YouTube I could fire up.
I just sent it in the chat for you.
Perfect. Yeah, let's see.
And you'll see, like in this movie, so it's kind of hard to watch too because the way that she handles the children. Back then it was believed that babies couldn't feel pain, which is insane.
That's wild.
Are we ready?
We are.
No, I'm not.
I mean, yeah, I heard. All right,
I'm not
anyways.
ready.
Oh, wow. Creepy.
I'm going
The
to do this to the
Nutcracker.
audio.
That is the Nutcracker Suite.
Dave, it was better with the music on. Oh, God.
I know, but I'm scared the music is what can actually get you a strike.
Oh, just put the baby down.
Yeah,
Drops
put
the
music
baby.
down.
Whoa, what?
These are fully nude babies.
And just picking that poor baby up by the arm.
Wow. Well, she's gonna get another one.
Okay, that doesn't even look like a real baby.
That one is a doll.
Not even moving.
Yeah,
that one's a doll. The other ones are moving.
Whoa,
right.
That's so weird.
Now, allegedly, there's another one. And Dave, I don't know if it comes up after that one.
Is it a giant camera with a little guy on it with a smaller camera? Because something weird just came up right after
Well, let's see. What is it?
this.
What the fuck?
This
the
might be the
1900s
second one
crazy.
because there was two.
Yeah, you were like, what the hell were you talking about, Dave? Well, yeah.
Wait, is
that's
that
what it
Charlie
was.
Chaplin?
There's
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
King of the Cabbage Patch Babies. Okay, that's obviously not it.
Okay, no. So there's La Fille aux Choux 1896 version.
And what
She got
year?
it re-released.
Hang on. Trying to see. There's the La Fille aux Choux honeymoon version, and basically, a couple goes into a field and picks a baby from a farmer, like from a farmer's cabbage field.
That's wild.
1896?
Okay, so hold on. It says La Fille aux Choux is a lost film directed by Alice Guy that, according to her, featured a honeymoon couple, a farmer, and pictures of baby glued to cardboard and one live baby. The 1900 La Fille aux Choux and the 1902 are frequently confused with the original lost film. So the one we're watching isn't even the original. So we need to find La Fille aux Choux, the lost film.
Okay, but what's this one?
For some reason, I heard 1896. I thought so. I just typed that in.
So
and
this is one
came
of the other ones that it gets confused with.
So we don't want to watch this one.
No, we want to find the one with the farmer.
So is the one that we just watched though. That's the original.
No, that's not. That's the crazy part. Like, more of these have been done. There's one, the original one is a honeymooning couple that goes into a farmer's field and they pick a baby from the field, and it's like a cabbage field.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, they were basically, long story short, to summarize, they were advertising children and cutesying it up, like they were advertising children for sale and cutesying it up by making it sound like, this is fun, pick your baby from a Cabbage Patch.
Wow.
While they were selling children worldwide.
Holy shit.
So there's your roots of like child trafficking, everybody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I know everybody doesn't always want to hear about it, and I get that because it's a dark subject, but like this is how deep it goes.
And it's still happening.
Yeah.
We all know.
It's still happening, yes.
I'd like to add on to the weird Barron Trump book.
All right.
So from trafficking children to Nazis. Remember this guy?
I've heard that name before.
So this guy's responsible for the U.S. going up in space, rockets, all that fun stuff.
And his name's Werner von Braun, right? For anyone
Werner von Braun,
just listening, yeah.
Thank you for keeping those in mind. So if we talk a little bit about him. Werner von Braun's legacy is complex and debated. While he's celebrated as a pioneer in space exploration, his involvement in the Nazi V2 program and his subsequent employment by the U.S. government raised questions about his moral character and the ethics of the Paperclip program. So he was brought over via Operation Paperclip and ended up being a head of NASA and all that fun stuff. But while he was doing all this stuff and being Mr. Scientist and forgetting about his Nazi past and taking the U.S. to space, he wrote a book. A science fiction book, where in this book we go to Mars, and this book was written in 1949, right? And when we go to Mars in his book, the leader of the colony that we create is named Elon.
No.
Stop.
Come
Stop.
on.
That's not real. Stop.
No. Come
So
on.
the book was called
Guys, I have
Project
to go.
Mars.
I have to
Project
go.
Mars, a technical tale, originally published in German, Mars Project in 1949, later translated into English. The book published in 1953.
But why does it say 2006 novel by Werner von Braun?
Probably because it was redone again for now. But
Hang on.
if you take this and type in 1949... Yeah, so 1948.
What?
And the main character that led him was Elon.
We're living in a simulation.
This is messed up.
All the evidence is out there. It's a puzzle.
I can't.
I actually might have an existential crisis tonight. And if I don't make it to work tomorrow, you know why.
It's okay. The world's ending tomorrow anyways.
Oh, fuck. That's right.
Oh, my gosh. Well, on that note.
Yeah.
Whoo. I have
can't
to
just
look
end it
into
there.
that a little bit more. That's, I don't have anything right now. I'm a little bit like...
As if the guy that came over from Operation Paperclip, that was making the bombs that allowed Germany to bomb England, the V2s, came over via Operation Paperclip, took over NASA, created the technology for them to go up into space, the US, and then on his spare time wrote a science fiction novel where they go to Mars in this novel and they colonize Mars, and the leader of the colony is Elon.
That's messed up. I was just watching Joe Rogan just released a new episode tonight, and it's Elon, and Elon's wearing an Occupy Mars shirt.
Yeah.
I can't.
We're in a simulation.
It has to be.
This almost makes
They're
me feel like
laughing at
that
us.
side then. Like the Trump side or like all the people that are endorsing him and all this. This makes me feel really uneasy about all of that. Like it's not, how can it be that planned out and be like the right side? It seems fishy. Like this was meant to happen. Everything's coming to plan.
There is no right side.
I had a thought today that what if we're in the Hunger Games? What if we're in the dome? And these are the things I think about on a Monday afternoon. And you know how they like sent them like the little packages, like the little tapper thing to get the water out of the tree? We're just in the dome right now, and they're just giving us these little tidbits. And they're just watching us run around and chase each other.
Hey, Tammy, why do clouds look so flat at the bottom?
Yeah, well, that's also a question I have.
Oh my God. Okay, another day for the clouds. Another day.
Well,
Can I add something?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. this doesn't have to be a new rabbit hole for this episode, but when I knew that we were talking about Cabbage Patch Kids, I have been wondering for a while, what the hell is with Garbage Pail Kids?
What's
If you
Garbage
look
Pail
at
Kids?
Yeah, what the
what
hell are you
are you
talking
kidding
about?
me? You don't remember Garbage Pail Kids?
No.
They
No.
were these cards made by Tops in I think they started in 1982 or 1983, and it's started with Cabbage Patch Kids, but they all have names and fucked up things are happening to them.
Ew,
So-
I'm looking at the cards right now. Some
So,
of them are
Dave,
naked.
Dave, I tweeted you some stuff. If you want to bring up a couple of those, and I started wondering, I loved them when I was a kid because they were so weird and bizarre, and but I think it's part of the programming. Why were they trying to normalize this? So here's Atom Bomb. Look at this one.
Guillotina? What?
Wow.
And that's just a kid.
Silly Bob.
Wow.
Busted
That's
Bob.
very disturbing.
And there's a movie too, right?
Yep. Diaper Dan. So why does Diaper Dan have a pin through his body? And then I just saw the vampire because I think vampires are a real thing.
Yeah, there's a movie from 1987. Wow. That's crazy.
Paddling, addling.
This is so weird.
So, when I knew that we were, there's Electric Bill.
Electric Bill? These were for kids?
Yeah, I collected
That's what
them.
happens when you don't pay.
Wow.
That's wild.
There you go, poor and Lauren with her milk bottle.
Doughy Chloe.
That's
So-
disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
the
remember
movie
I
is-
had Joey Chloe.
So the movie is about a garbage can spaceship that crashes on Earth, and these garbage pail kids are within this spaceship.
I can't do this anymore.
So there you go. There's another weird thing to think about tonight.
It says the cards, which began as a parody of the popular Cabbage Patch Kids dolls, featured characters with gross habits or abnormalities. or
But
who
that's
suffer
not
terrible-
parody.
gross
That's not
habits.
parody.
That's creepy,
That's
messed up
literally
shit.
murdering
No, I didn't-
children.
You didn't let
Yeah.
me finish. Or who suffer a terrible fate.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
The film depicts 7 of the garbage pail kids, played by dwarf actors,
Oh my
interacting with society and befriending a regular boy.
Wow. Can we go back just to Mars Guy for a minute?
Yeah.
Does anybody wonder, they sure, for hating these Nazi people so much, they sure did save a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. And big guy behind that was Mr. Alan Dulles, that later became the head of the CIA.
Good old Alan Dulles.
It sure makes one wonder about history.
Indeed.
On the
does.
simulation front, there's a computer at Purdue University.
Oh, no.
I don't know how long it's been existing for, but I've read about it for a couple of years now, and it keeps popping up in various books that I read. And it's called the Sentient World Simulation Computer, and it's a massive computer that in real time is mimicking what's going on in the world, and then you can input different things and scenarios that will show you what the outcome will be in a constant running duplicate simulation of our current world.
No, we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
And then so SWS models various domains, including political, military, economic, social, information, and infrastructure nodes at different geographic levels, depending on what the user does to input to to see how it would be altered, and then you could
like
just
it how-
reset it back to normal.
She just
I
told
like
you we
how
were
Tammy
done.
said we're done, and you went on for another 200 characters.
That's it.
Oh my god!
No.
I can't
No.
do anymore.
I think I'm kind of, I can feel my blood pumping.
I need to
I'm a
go
little
eat my
scared right now.
feelings.
Yeah,
So do I. I'm thinking about eating too.
I haven't even had dinner yet, and I got to put my kids to sleep. Wrap it up.
Yeah, this has been
It's been an
something.
adventure.
So
I don't
we'll
know.
do some final thoughts. Hayden, anything for you?
Hayden's crying.
No, I'm scared. That's my final thought.
Dave?
When I picture you guys eating, for some reason, I pictured doughy Chloe.
Can you
Stop.
stop?
Now you're ruining my dinner.
Stop. I just told you I haven't eaten yet. Come on, man.
Okay, well, that's all you get for a final thought. Stu?
That's all I
Oh my
need.
God. I'm scared like Hayden. No. But thank you to my brother for throwing away my Cabbage Patch doll. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a real one.
Ash, you're up next week, but before you tell us about that, final thoughts?
I just think more than ever that I think everything is fabricated, and I'm starting to learn about simulation theory, and I'm really, really starting to believe that there's something to that, because I don't understand how all of these things are, in air quotes, coincidences. They're not, and it's messed up. And and I don't like the feeling of having all these things coordinated in front of our eyes. It feels brutal, creepy.
Well, leave it to Ash to give us this well thought out, super smart final thoughts and make the rest of us sound like retards. Thanks, Ash. Thanks.
Well,
We love you, Ash.
Well, I just threw a bunch of jokes.
We all know what Steve thinks about her, so.
I did do the fluoride joke earlier.
With
Tartaria, so
That's true.
I brought us down a couple octaves there. So next weekend, I have a few ideas for what I want to do. And one of the main ones that I was thinking about doing was kind of another deep dive like we were doing tonight. And one of the things I thought of was the Mandela effect, because
Oh, no.
I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, and even just what we've been talking about tonight ties in so well with that. So that was one of the things I thought about talking about, but I want to make sure I'm really well prepared for it, because there's so much there. So it might be that, or it might just be kind of more sidelining to that with some other stuff I've been looking into with, unfortunately, more child trafficking. So I don't know. It'll be doomy.
I'd like to say I'm looking forward to it. I actually am looking forward to it. I love the Mandela effect. It gives me an existential crisis every time, but I do love it. So definitely looking forward to that. Sorry to everybody that went on this grand adventure with us tonight. We had nothing planned, and we're just, doing the live rabbit hole thing. And so we just kind of let it happen, and this is where we landed. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate it. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will talk to everybody next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.